Welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week. I'm Allegra Houston. My creative collaborator, James Nave, is at the Leaf Festival outside of Asheville, North Carolina this weekend. He's been on the board of it since it started, something like 30 years ago. So he's busy festivaling. And I am in Kent, in England, making this video. So we do this every Saturday after we meet on Zoom with anyone who wants to join us. And perhaps one Saturday that will include you. People Zoom in from all over the world, and we write together for 10 minutes. And before we get to the writing part, we do the prompt part. So nobody has to face a blank page and go, oh gosh, I don't know what to write. We give your imagination toys to play with before we get to that point. So the first toy is an image prompt, which I will put up on the screen for 2 minutes, which is how we do it on our Zoom. And everybody writes a list of words, whatever words or short phrases pop into your head as you look at the image. Just write them down in a list, not joined up writing, a list of words or short phrases which you can make in the next 2 minutes as you look at this image. After everyone has made their personal list, we go around the Zoom room and ask everyone to contribute a word or phrase from their list to make a community list, which functions like a kind of collective imagination, if you like, or like a playpen full of toys for your imagination to pick up and play with when you come to the writing. So I will give you today's community list now. You might want to write these words down as I read them out, but I will put the list up on the screen again during the 10-minute writing time. So here they are. Paddle car, mouth breathers, late Christmas, Mother May I, dream train, no shortage of memories, baggage, traveling mercies, not my train, looks like sin to me, time travel, bagged, when no one watches, wet leg, snorers, itchy fabric, safe in the middle, sketchy ride, weary travelers, they want me in the back of the bus, the shadow of his face, her chin, snuffle, snore. Is this a family holiday? Only one suitcase? Rock my baby. Breaking above breaks. People sleeping on a subway. pencil on paper, rest while we can, comfortable enough, moldy demons, conduct your shadow. So there you have it, this week's community list. And you can use as many or as few of these words and the words on your own list as you like as you write for 10 minutes, which will be the next thing. And the whole point of doing 10 minutes is that the idea of trying to write something actually good in 10 minutes is a little ridiculous. So even though it seems like more pressure to have a short time frame, actually, it can be less pressure because what we're removing is the pressure to write well. So all that we're inviting you to do really is just simply let your imagination play with these words. You can write fast or slow, poetry or prose, coherent or incoherent, but let your imagination lead. And the one goal really of this writing is just simply to surprise yourself, to let your imagination pop something out that you hadn't thought, oh, that's what I should write. So it doesn't matter. There is nothing in particular that you should write, but see where your imagination goes with starting with one of these words and going from there. So see you in 10 minutes. Something now exists in the world that didn't exist 10 minutes ago. And what we like to do is bring it into the world more by reading it aloud, by letting what you wrote make an impact on the air around you and perhaps even on the ears of anyone who might be listening. But the most important pair of ears listening is your own. You are your most important audience when you read aloud, because when you read what you wrote aloud immediately after writing it like this, you often surprise yourself again. You like what you wrote more than you thought you liked it as you were writing it quite often. You hear things in it that you didn't realize were there. And most importantly, you focus on what you like about your writing more than what you don't like. You're not looking for what you can change. You're just simply reading it aloud, and you get a very satisfying little hit of dopamine when you read something that you like. And that, with no effort, with no consciousness necessarily, just pushes you to write more in the direction of what you like about your writing. So put me on pause now and read what you wrote aloud. At this point, I like to credit the image, and it's a little quick sketch by Rex Whistler, who was on a train to Amble, is what it says on the picture, at midnight, and sketched the three people sitting across from him in the railway carriage. So Rex Whistler was a pretty well-known artist in the early part of the 20th century in England. If you like what you wrote and you would like to share it, we have a way for you to do that. We have a platform called The Circle, which has also the whole archive of all of these prompts of the week, 4.5 years worth. They're all here on YouTube and they're on The Circle, along with the community word lists. So if you would like to do that and read what other people wrote and share what you wrote, here is how you get to The Circle. Go to imaginativestorm.com. Scroll over to the community page, click there, and you will see Imaginative Storm on Circle. Click there, and it will take you down to that bit of the page where it explains the circle. You can click here in the picture, and you end up at the circle. It won't look quite like this because I'm logged in and it wants me to do things. It will ask you to make a username and a password. It's also free. And once you've done that, go over here to this navigation on the left. You can explore the rest of it at some point if you like, but prompt of the week is where we're going. And in prompt of the week, you will see with the date, every single prompt that we have offered for over 4.5 years. So it's quite an archive. And let's just click on one and show you how this works. So we'll click on this mural. So here you will find the first thing, the credit, then a link to our YouTube. We create a YouTube video for each prompt where we do the timing for you. And then you'll find the Saturday words and the Thursday words, and then you will see what people have posted. And well, this was a week where nobody really replied very much, but you can like what people wrote and you can reply to what they wrote. And if you want, you can upload an audio or a video. See here, Kathleen has commented on Celia's. And you can, here Nave's also uploaded an audio. And then at the very bottom, you will see this, what are your thoughts? And that is where you type in what you wrote and you're done. And while you're on imaginativestorm.com, you might like to check out the other things we offer. We have books. Our sort of flagship book of the Imaginative Storm method is called Write What You Don't Know. It also exists as an audio course, which you can download on your favorite podcast platform, and a video course, which you can do online through our website. We also have live workshops on Zoom and in person. As I make this video, I've just finished teaching a memoir workshop for 5 days in Nova Scotia. And our next in-person workshop is going to be in Taos, New Mexico, the last week of April 2026. So a couple of spots have already been taken for that. It's very, very limited. So if you're interested in that, check it out on our website. And if you'd like, you can book a call with us and we'll tell you all we can tell you. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope to see you in person on screen or in real life one of these days. Goodbye.